Okay, green light. Microphone's working. Another green light. We're good to go.
All right.
Everybody, welcome to Friday evening for many of you, Saturday morning for us. This is the weekly Naked and Famous Denim live stream, streaming live from Yokohama, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Our home. And
Yes.
the international home of Naked and Famous Denim. Today,
Of jeans.
Of jeans.
International home of jeans.
yeah, my name is Bahzad.
I'm Risa.
She is the first lady of Raw Denim. That's how I'm good.
I think some people have a problem with that.
No, everyone in this chat will agree you are the first lady of Raw Denim.
Are you the president of Raw Denim?
No, it's like Macho Man and Elizabeth. Like, she's the first lady of wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Macho Man?
He's the Macho Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
There was the Macho King, Randy Savage.
Mm.
But anyhow, first lady of Raw Denim. I think everyone's going to be okay with it. Everybody, put a little thumbs up or a clap in the chat if you agree. But I think we've established that. All right, everybody, we're here to talk about lots of great stuff today. BD writes, haha, I was thinking like Miss Elizabeth. See? Same wavelength here. The producer
Right.
knows. The
Yeah.
producer knows. We've a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. We did get the Giorno denim,
Oh, yeah.
so we're going to preview that today. We're going to preview another Fall/Winter 23 item. I actually don't know if we previewed it before or not, but it's the Herringbone denim. So that's you're going to see some of that action today. We have something gross to try for snack time.
Pretty gross.
Probably,
Yes. Grossest.
it's probably, yeah,
One
it's
of
up
the
there.
grossest.
So you want to stick around all the way to the end of the video so you can see what we have in store for you there. Hit the like button now as we get into, as we start to dive deeper
Get it out
into
of the
today.
way.
Just get it out of the way. Do it now. You don't have to do it later. Hit that like button. Gets our engagement up. Lets people know that we're up, we're online, we're on live, and people can discover what we're doing. So, everybody, let us know where you're checking in from. Let's check in with the chat, and then we'll start answering some of your questions from all around the world. All right. Okay. BD, hello all. Sunny day in the Niagara region with his broken Twills on. Good man. Melody Murray, 109 degrees today in Tucson. It's very high. Wearing my sky highs. That's the jean to wear at 109 degrees. That light blue, lightweight denim. Is the way to go. With a little bit of hemp. Makes it a little bit more nice and breathable. Tova Cobra, hello everybody. Greetings from Bakersfield, California. No jeans today on account of the heat. I guess I need to order a pair of the Bahzad specials.
Or somewhere in between.
Yeah. You don't have to go all the way.
Yeah. That's a big commitment.
I am glad that the legend of the Bahzad special lives on. And if you don't know, you can't afford it. If you gotta ask, you can't afford it. I'll tell you that much. Porpo. There we go. Checking in from New Jersey, going to anniversary dinner in my MIJ9s.
Oh, that's nice.
Fantastic. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Alex Wu, hello from Toronto. Toronto man, good to see you. I'm from Toronto originally.
Yes.
Just so you guys know, putting it out there. Before it was called the Six, which we never called it the Six in my day and age. It was called T dot.
T dot?
Yeah.
Like dots as in...
Capital T dot. It was the T dot. The T dot O. The 416 to the 905. I was out of Toronto by the time people started calling it the Six. Yeah, so if you're young, you use the Six. If you're old like me, it's T dot.
All right.
Yeah.
T dot.
Shout outs to Northern Touch. That was one of our original rap groups from Toronto.
That's like a little, I don't know. That's a weird sounding
Yeah.
thing.
I'm just trying to remember all the members of it. Was a group of like a bunch of different Toronto rappers. Cardinal Official I think was in there, and Snow of Informer fame. Remember that song? I'm sure you do. It's good times. If you're around in 92, 91, something like that. You guys remember. Chris Griffin, 3rd month going on my 4th month on my cerulean Kasuri.
Nice.
Way to tough it out in the heat. I've been wearing my Dirty Fade True Guys pretty much nonstop. I've heat or no heat, doesn't really matter.
It's very like roomy, so the air can come up.
It's very comfortable.
I think that's really important. I have not touched my Arrow like since it got really hot. Like I'm just classic gets air in a little bit better. So
right. Yeah. It's good to have a summer pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Lightweight, light blue is great. I think the real a big factor in all of that is sizing.
Sizing and the fit, yeah.
Wear them a little loose.
Yeah.
Wear them a little loose. Okay. Pedro writes, don't buy any unripe bananas because you won't live long enough to eat a macho man.
That's so funny.
I'm assuming that's a wrestling reference. I don't get the reference, but I'm going to look it up later. All right, we have a lot of thumbs up in the chats for Risa being the first lady of wrestling.
Aww.
First lady of Raw Denim. Not the first lady of wrestling. That goes to Miss Elizabeth. God rest her soul. Okay. Someone says, hello, aloha, Teresa. I think you might mean Risa. But Zhanglin Fury. Chris Lauren, looking forward to the Wonder Looper Suriyami release today.
It will be tomorrow.
It'll be tomorrow for you.
Well, unless you're
on this side of the world. Yeah. Depends where you are, but we do have a Wonder Looper release coming up Saturday, July 22nd. Check out our Instagram. VD, every time you hit like, a new Raw Denim fan buys a jean. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be nice.
That'd be nice. That'd be great.
We sold 28 jeans already.
All right, fantastic. 28 likes already. 28 jeans sold. That I don't know if I want to have a little sales counter. Bing, bing. It's gonna be. Sometimes it could be embarrassing.
Yeah.
No jeans sold. Benjamin Curry, good to see you, my friend. How y'all doing? We're doing just fine. Great to see you here, my friend. Somebody's asking about my pen. It's a Koiko Sport. Little guy right there.
Pen.
Yeah, I love this thing.
Like
I use it. Yeah,
it's
I always
too short
carry
for
it.
Me.
Yeah, I like this pen a lot. I would recommend it.
It's too short and fat for it to fit in the hand.
No, I've gotten used to it. Yeah,
it's cool though.
Yeah, it's a very cool pen.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. What an exhausting week. But it's good to see you both ready for a great live. Kevin, Sumar, well, I'm glad you're joining us and you're here with us to unwind for the week. This is the way that we unwind as well. All right, looks like we might have some stream gremlins in the chat as far as stream quality. Let me see if I can get that fixed before we have any major problems. Let's bring that down and hopefully we'll be okay here. All right. Venomous Teddy, I felt so unstylish in my tank top and shorts while I was there. Speaking of heat, I don't know how Japanese people manage to wear pants and boots in 34+ degree weather with their level of humidity. It's a testament. I
mean, yes, it's hard, but there's a little bit of the the what do you call it? Like modesty level here is a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of people, especially women, they don't want tan, so like they wear long pants and long sleeve even just to cover.
And the umbrella. You'll have the parasol with like arm coverings.
Yeah. Sometimes gloves.
Yeah, they're really careful of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the way it is here.
But it's nothing like, Southeast Asia.
It gets very humid out there.
And they wear jeans.
Yeah. All right, Brainstar. Hey, everybody, reporting in from Seattle in my Blancas. Great choice with the Blancas. I saw a very good faded pair of those the other day, which I probably should mention because I don't remember where I saw it. It was on Instagram somewhere. I just don't remember the account. Apologize if it was you who posted them. I should have saved it.
That kind of like a greencasty denim fits really nicely.
Right. It does. And we're going to have some more greencast options fairly soon coming this fall. We've got the greencast selvage, and then we have an MIJ greencast as well. So double green. The mainline fall winter 23 greencast selvage, that one's going to be quite limited. And now if you want to get a full-on preview of the fall winter 23 collection, we do have it up on our YouTube channel now. If you haven't checked that out yet, you definitely should, because it's worth the ride. I think it's worth the price of admission, and that price is currently at free. So if you haven't checked it out yet, do so. Head over to our YouTube channel. We've got the preview here. I'm lagging a little bit, I feel, but yeah, check out what we got here. It's not loading very well. Anyways, we'll get to it once it loads. Or I shouldn't load it because it might mess up with the stream. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Very low quality. But if you head over to our YouTube channel, just look up the Naked and Famous Denim Fall Winter 2023 collection preview, and you can see I go through everything. I would play it. Very low quality right now. But you can see I go through it all. Check it out. And yeah, if you want to, we'll do more in-depth videos of all the releases when those items are ready to be released. But for now, that's the best way to check everything out. Okay. Skull Crusher. G'day, mates from Australia. Saturday morning here, fella, wearing my double dirty fades, best jeans ever, bro.
Oh, that's a good one.
I wanted to do the Australian accent, but I knew I would mess it up. It was a desire. Invis Ian's little snow reference there in the chat. Okay. Edward Mendez, my Blue Jays are doing great in the Chicago heat. Awesome. We're as in me and Brandon are going to be in Chicago next month. So I'm looking forward to being back out there. Hopefully, we'll see if we can do. We did a little. It was kind of an unofficial hangout at Mild Blend Chicago last time, but maybe we can try to organize something a little bit more organized, and maybe see some of the Chicago fans out there. It'd be great to see you guys. Raw Denim Wrestling. Wonder how the fades would be. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
I would like.
I think. I feel like you need stretch.
You probably
material.
need some stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you sweat a lot, so I'm sure. And then you kind of like rub on each other.
Yeah.
A lot, so I'm sure there's.
Yeah.
A lot of fading.
One of our graphic artists, the people that we work with, is a professional wrestler.
Yeah. I wonder if he would be willing to wrestle in jeans.
Right. I would like to know. Let me pull them up. You guys can see. Oh, you know what? My internet connection is so bad right now. I'll have to pull it up later on. Hopefully we can figure that out. I don't know what's happening. There we are. It's gonna come up right now. But yeah, Andy, he does a lot of graphic for us. That gets me speaking English good. And he is a pro wrestler in Montreal with the IWS Hardcore. Yeah.
Andy Belanger.
Andy Belanger as well, I'm just loading up his Twitter here. Sorry, my internet's bad. Hopefully the connection for you guys is okay. Okay. Kevin Somar, any chance we could get another look at that fall winter 23 gradient denim? I'll make a note of that to show it off next week. It's packed up in the back right now, so it's going to be hard for me to grab that one. But if you want to see a better look at it, check out the fall winter 23 preview video. Jacob Harvey, the singer, checking in from Calgary. I saw that you guys got some pretty nasty hail, like just a couple days ago.
Hail?
Yeah,
is
a big old
crazy.
hailstorm.
Hail is like a nightmare.
Yeah, I hope. Stay safe out there. It looked cold. Looked very cold. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let's see if that will bring it up. Here we go. Benjamin Curry, wearing the Emperor of Slubs in the New York City Heat.
Ooh.
You are a soldier. You're a trooper out there. Good man. That's a tough one to wear in that heat, but you're doing it. And the fades are you're gonna be rewarded with the fades. I promise you. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to bring up some stuff for you guys, but the internet's too slow. Michael Udall writes, I spotted the Halloween jean that you are releasing this fall. If you have very, very keen eyes, you might have noticed something. Is our internet coming back? I think we're back. Excellent condition. Hey guys, are we back? I think we're back. About mine a year and a half. Okay, we're back. And we're in the same chat. Nice. And I got green lights everywhere. So hopefully this is working well.
That's not working though.
That little screen is not working. But I'm going to hit the refresh on that screen. And we're going to try that. And that should hopefully fix everything. Because I'm a technical genius here. And it seems like the way to fix anything is to just turn it on and off again. Right, we're good. We're gold. All right, welcome back, everybody.
Nice.
Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the trouble. I appreciate you guys sticking around, those who stuck around, and those who are coming back. I appreciate you guys, too. If you left, you're dead to me.
Until you come back.
Until you come back. But here we go. Look, everyone's back.
Nice.
We went to the unbelievable. Everybody, thanks for coming back. Thanks for tolerating our technical difficulties, but we should be good to go right now. Okay, let's pick up where we left off. We were talking about our Halloween release that's going to be coming out this Halloween season. And where are we going to see that? On nakedandfamousdenim.com. There is a slider, and we're going to check that slider out because this one is full of all of the previews that you're going to want to see. So let's check that out over here. You can see everything. So there's a couple of previews in here. You know that guy. Let's go back here. You know that guy, right? You guys all know that guy. But the real secrets are right here. Right here. Those two have never been discussed before. Yeah. Is there? Oh, there's this one down here. Yeah. There's also this one.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of secret styles that are still to come out. This one's less secret, but you still haven't previewed any of the fabrics yet. These, like this one, the 50th anniversary, the Snowy, whatever this is, and the Elvira, you guys know that. Now, these are not covered in the Fall Winter 23 preview video, but we will make videos for them when they come out. So you'll just have to stick around and wait for that. So lots of good stuff coming. All right. I'm glad everybody's coming back to the chat. Thank you so much. Sorry for the technical problems. We do our best. What can we say? We love denim and you guys, so we're back. I appreciate it. Raven, thank you very much. Benergy9. I see Snowy in there reminding you about the possibility of making it a jacket. I'm going to write that down again. I think I might have forgot about that. That would be great. That's also why we have these live streams, because the collective mind of the internet never forgets.
Yeah. Keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
A little.
I need that Elephant 12 now, please. Okay, thanks. Pedro, the Elephant 12 will be coming sooner than you think. Yeah. It'll be one of the September releases. That's not that far away from now. Like we're basically at the end of July.
Right.
August is just around the corner. And if you're from Toronto like I am, when the CNE shows up to town, the Canadian National Exhibition, that's the end of summer.
When is that?
The end of August.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of August seems like a good time for end of summer. Although I feel like in Canada, summer starts to end in like early August. Like it's just the heat goes. You
really start to notice the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. The CNE. This was I used to love going here when I was a kid.
Doesn't look so exciting to me.
It's looking back on it, it really probably isn't as exciting as.
It's just that website or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
the
just
website
like,
was
they
no
don't
good.
Make it.
It's just a carnival.
Oh, it does look exciting.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Just a carnival.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah.
It's the end. It's the end of summer. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. I just want to answer BD's question because I think he asked a couple times.
Sure.
For the woman's zip crop jacket, when will it drop? I don't know when, but I know that this season's one is gonna be made. Like I saw it on the schedule.
Okay.
So it's not like last season or
Right.
last fall. So
there you go. There you have it. Also, before we our internet got a little eaten by gremlins, I was talking about Andy, one of our graphic designers that we work with, being a pro wrestler, and you can check him out here. He also is a comic book artist. He's a professional comic book artist. He has got this awesome comic book called Mother Trucker. It's about a space. It's a wrestling comic book, and she's a trucker and she's fighting space aliens.
great.
It's just great. It's everything you can want. It's a
wonderfully
lot
strong.
of a lot of muscles. So you know how I feel about that. And this is Andy, he is the Animal Bob Anger. He is a tag team with Sexy Eddie, and they are part of the IWS Hardcore Federation in Montreal. These guys are hardcore to the extreme.
Yeah.
We went to the show. Last show we've been to a couple of shows that they put on, but last summer we went to the Scarred for Life show, and it was billed as the audience brings the weapons night. So it was a lot of fun. Check out the IWS. They are a Montreal staple. Famously, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens also from the IWS.
I mean, it's a great show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, of course it's less, like full-on budget, light shows and all that.
But it was packed.
But it was fun. The energy was great.
Yeah, I love those small shows. The energy at the small shows are really good.
Yeah. And we went with our Tate Yoko team.
Yeah, brought the whole crew out.
Yeah, that was
fantastic. Okay. Pedro writes, be sure to make a note for the Toxic Elephant 2. Wink, wink. All right. It's down there. Carbon Coded, what did the secret Terry surprise end up being? I ordered something, but I'm guessing you guys ran out. Oh, interesting.
If you put the comment.
Yeah, he usually gives you extra goodies.
Yeah.
Like stickers
if you didn't get anything. But it's also like while supplies last kind of thing. So maybe enough people put in the special comments.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know what he puts in every time, but he's supposed to give you a little bit more of stuff. Ahmed Ali Akbar writes, has the Ryu fabric ever been used again? Not in that exact formulation, not with the blue weft, but we do run that particular warp. It has been used several times. So like Golden Hour slub stretch, Sakura slub stretch.
Most recently, we're just gonna run the slub.
Yeah, well, we have a broken Twill version of that one coming out this fall. The broken Twill slub stretch selvage.
I think that one's spring.
Is that spring?
Regular slub stretch selvage is coming out this fall.
So basically the same warp, but with a classic white weft.
Yeah.
So we have used that one. Anytime we call it slub stretch, it's the same warp construction.
There's now midnight too.
Yeah, right. Midnight slub stretch selvage. That's it.
Last season.
Okay. Melody Murray wrote, "I got a thumb drive." Oh, a Naked Famous thumb drive. Okay, so
not that you need thumb drives anymore.
Yeah, everyone still needs a thumb drive.
But it's just a small one. How big?
They're all. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just need to move a file.
That's true.
It's not like it was a floppy disk. Although if we sent people Naked Famous Denim floppy disks, that'd be funny.
Yeah. We should make floppy disks.
Should we? Who's gonna make them?
I don't know. I'm sure there's obscure.
There are definitely still some small factory making them.
That would be dying to take our money.
In Japan, I still see like cassette tapes, brand new cassette tapes being sold in stores.
Yeah, but less floppy disks.
Yes.
Cassette tapes, yes, but
I still see brand new sealed mini discs being sold.
No, cassette tapes are still being made for older people, like my grandparents kind of people who refuse to just move on from there. I understand.
Yeah, it's amazing how much, because Japan has such an old population, how many products are made catered to this generation because they're just like, we're not changing. Like
they do have the buying power.
Yeah,
the biggest demographic.
They are the biggest demographic. There's laptops here where you'll see like why is there still a serial port on the laptop?
That's not even old people stuff. That's like that's just slightly older than my generation type of stuff. Like it's like I've been in like work environment where like people had those and
I understand, but any projector sold in the last 10 years has an HDMI port. Like there's nobody is still rocking a projector from 1999 in their office.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. That's why those ports don't go away.
To keep and maintain that, it's got to be more expensive than just buying a new projector. Anyways. Yeah, it's funny, and you'll see that just like these laptop designs, which I like because just kind of nostalgic, but like they're thick and plasticky. They still got like a DVD drive in them, expansion cards. It's amazing. You're like, what is going on with the laptops here? And like there's a whole section of them, and they're right next to like the Apple and like the Razer laptops, and like here's like 2002 peak design of laptop, right next to all the modern stuff, and like. They're still making the old ones. So all with modern spec, of course.
Yeah. A couple years ago, my mom replaced her laptop because it was getting old, like really old. She bought the exact same model with all this like.
It looked exactly the same
things.
Though.
And I'm like, why would you spend like good amount of money where you can buy more modern laptop? But she's just like, I'm not interested in learning new things.
Yeah, this one has the layout and everything that I'm used to. I'm going for it, and I like that. Sometimes when I like something, I don't want it to change. Right. Just leave it alone.
Completely.
Don't touch it.
Yes.
Stop it. So I do appreciate that about this country. Okay. The sociologist. Any plans for a dog shirt coming soon?
We don't even do cat shirts
Yeah, we haven't done a
anymore.
cat shirt in a while.
It hasn't been so like with cat shirts. We just we don't design the print. A lot in the past we've just been choosing from what was available, and nobody's making nice like funny cute cat prints anymore.
Yeah, there's been a lack of like novelty prints for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, Pedro writes, broken twill slub stretch. Yes, I think that's going to be a good one. There's been a little bit more broken twill in the collection as of late. I'm glad to just.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm in a mood and I'm like, everything broken twill. Just go with it.
We haven't done that in so long until offshoot, I think.
Right. Rice W5 writes, I think I've got about 10 blank cassette tapes still in cellophane, donated to the shop I work and given to me because we don't sell them. Right on. It is kind of neat to have some of that stuff still wrapped up and new like.
Do like cassette tapes like expire?
Probably. I mean, they wear out.
Like without like in packaging.
I mean, some of the really high end cassette tapes, like like the audiophile level ones. Like they still sell for a lot of money because there's enthusiasts for everything.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's gonna get more expensive. It's like Polaroids, like that's gonna get at some point. It's gonna be nostalgia, like collector's item.
Yeah, there are like these old Sony ones that they go for a lot, like Sony ES cassette. They look really cool. Like
cassette tapes are cool because you can see it. You can see.
You can see how they work.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some that are like all metal on the outside, like this one. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. But I think those go for like $200.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But these are also like similar to regular cassette tapes that if you keep like.
Yeah, they wear out eventually. Yeah, even the packaging for it was like all metal. Yeah. Metal ES. Like this was like I think their top line of cassette tapes. Back in the day they probably weren't $200 a pop, but they're few and far between these days. So there's always an enthusiast for everything. I mean, I do enjoy physical media a lot. We collect a lot of movies. We're not done with that.
Yeah, but we're done with purchasing a new DVDs.
Yeah, I don't buy DVDs.
Yeah.
The only DVD I would buy is if there was never a Blu-ray.
I do have a bunch of movies that I want to get that I suspect that's never been released on the Blu-ray, and I'm just kind of wondering if I should just give up and buy DVD.
Yeah. Voodoo People writes about cassettes. They decay a little. The metal tapes last longer, and then cassettes and VHS do have somewhat of a shelf life. Yeah, even CDs do. I mean, everything kind of does. I have a couple of DVDs that they don't read anymore. There's some like they separate from the data part separates from the disc. So.
Yeah. I lost a ton of CD because I put it like in the window.
Yeah, in the sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do enjoy CDs. I have a bunch of, I think last week we were talking about iPods, how I still love iPods. I still have like a bunch of CD players. And every now and then I'm like online on like eBay and selling places looking for like high spec old CD players. I just like putting the disc in and playing it. It felt so futuristic back then.
Yeah. But it's also like committing yourself to like that one album.
To the whole album.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't do that anymore.
No.
I listen to like 30 seconds of a song, I'm like, next. I'm like,
or like there are albums that I think I like, but like some of the songs I've never heard of. Right. Probably like I only listen to 2 songs.
Yeah. It's got to be tough for the artist now.
Yeah. Has to be all hits.
Yeah. All hits. It's a Michael Jackson album. Okay. The Raven. Are you guys making Elvira denim? My sister is going to freak out. She loves her. We are. And it's coming soon. So that's going to be the Halloween release. I really, I think I took it for a little bit of a swerve with Elvira. We were very focused on the killers for a while, but Elvira obviously is an icon in this space, and I think it fit right in. If you've never seen, I'm sure everybody's I don't know, depending on how old you are, but I think everybody should be aware of who Elvira is.
I was not until you introduced me to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of her.
Yeah.
I've seen her.
She had a movie, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Go and watch it. It is very funny. She's genuinely very, very funny. She also had a pilot for a sitcom that never came to be, but it's on YouTube. And it's also it's just one episode, but it is very funny also.
She was big in the 90s?
80s and 90s. So she was like the VJ, like the host of like when the television station would have horror movie night, she would kind of be the host of the event and throw in her comedy and her takes in between commercials and the movies that are coming up. So she was very much a what's the word I'm thinking of? I mean,
the face of
the face, or just I don't know what. There's definitely a word I'm thinking of, and it's going to come to me in a second. An icon or something. Anyhow, horror movie fans, I think, will be very, very happy with this one. BD, Elvira has GOAT status forever. Absolutely. She will live on forever. There's no question about that. She did a comic book recently. Also, the film was worth a watch. Yeah, I think there's been a couple of Elvira comic books over the years. Admittedly, I've never really got into them. But I've the artwork on the covers and things like that have always been really fun. Andy Belanger did the artwork for our Elvira pocket flasher and leather patch. And he
came out great.
It came out great.
Yeah.
He's a fan. He's a big fan. He was talking about meeting her at a Comic-Con, a few times. So I think it was the perfect pairing there. Okay. Pedro writes, Tame Impala is a band that I could buy the record and listen start to finish. All right. Well, there's a recommendation, everybody, from Pedro. Tame Impala. Go and check them out. Okay. Stuff for free. I'm assuming that's how I say that. What's your preferred way to wash raw denim? That's a good question. Because I am my current method right now is wash them anytime. My dirty fade pair that I'm wearing, they've probably had 6-8 weeks of wear. Can't say how long. I don't remember exactly when I started wearing these. But I've already washed them twice, and twice within the last 3 weeks. So, every week or two, these are probably going to see the wash, and I'm just going to wear them as I would, and I'm just going to wash them as I please, and I'm going to see what regular washing, this is what normal people do, right? I'm emulating normal people.
I'm a normal person.
You're a normal.
I wash my jeans whenever I want.
And we're going to see how they end up looking, with frequent washing instead of infrequent washing. And
frequent wear.
Yeah.
Because I think, I wash my jeans whenever, I wear them for a few times. But maybe sometimes I switch up my jeans a lot. Whereas, if you just keep wearing it, keep washing it, often, within a year, how much progress can you make?
Right.
That would be interesting to see.
So if you follow, I haven't posted this week on my personal IG, but if you follow me, you'll see updates on this pair. So I'm gonna keep updating every now and then, just to show you guys. The first time we put these ones in the dryer and they crinkled up quite a lot. So I do have a little bit of it might be hard to see, but there is a little bit of marbling here and there. Very not noticeable anymore. There's just a couple of weird lines here and there, but I think it all just adds to the aesthetic. But the last time I did just a wash, and then I hung them out in the sun to dry. And it was a particularly hot day, and
it dried so fast.
It dried so fast.
But it was also a humid hot day, and it still dried fast.
They ended up quite crispy, but after wearing them for a few minutes, they softened right up again.
10 p.m.
Yeah, it really. I'm hoping that after like 10 or so washes, these will be like extra soft. But we'll see. But when it comes to washing, the thing about it is it's completely up to you. There isn't a right or a wrong way here. You can go and you can wash them how you normally wash, how you've been washing your jeans your whole life up until this point. You can do that. If you want to go the raw denim guy route, I'm a raw denim guy, but I'm doing a different route. The wear them for months and months and months on end and don't wash them. That's an option as well. What that gives you, it gives you very high contrast between the wear lines and the rest of the jean. Mm-hmm. So if you want to establish those very, very extreme wear lines, that's how you do it. Now, to me, I think raw denim is supposed to represent, your lifestyle. And if you're there, I guess, but then again, like this is a philosophical debate. Like if you're changing your lifestyle to suit your jeans, then I suppose that is your lifestyle now. So your
lifestyles involve around your jeans. That's fine. That's not who you are.
Right. So like I don't think anyone's like faking it by doing that, but
just do whatever you want. Like it's I think way too many people take this topics too seriously. Yeah. And I say have fun with it. Like it's I mean, I understand, like, it's, like, sometimes you're just, like, you spent a lot of money, and you're just, like, oh, like, I want to, like, do the right thing, but...
Right.
The right thing is whatever suits, like, whatever isn't too much for you to handle, I guess.
Right. It's,
Like, I've been through when like, I just, like, oh, I don't want to wash this because I want to, like, do more high contrast fade and stuff like that, but it's just, like, it was driving me nuts, like...
Yeah, you wanted them clean.
Yeah, it's just, I don't want to sit down on the subway and...
Yeah. There has been a bit of a shift in the raw denim world in terms of their opinion on this. And it's moved towards more, like, you can wash your jeans.
Yeah, I think it's because, like... the community opened up a little more.
Yeah. It very much for a long time was you don't wash your jeans. That's
there
like
were
blasphemy.
Like a lot of militant people in there.
Yeah. So it's opened up and now we see a much wider variety of the types of fading. Mm-hmm. If you like that high contrast, strong wear pattern, that's how you achieve it.
Yeah.
But you can go from everywhere from like washing them every couple of wears to washing them never. Everything in between is okay. They're all like your jeans are gonna fade.
Yeah.
No matter what, your jeans are gonna fade. They're
gonna fade beautifully. Right. Like it doesn't.
Right. There isn't one version of beauty in this realm. It's all beautiful.
Yeah.
And so just enjoy your jeans. Don't overthink it. That's the biggest problem I think in our community in general is just the overthinking of everything. Yeah. Like, oh, this is a 1/4 inch off. I'm like, measurements. Comparing the measurements, that one's just a 1/4 inch too big or a 1/4 inch too small. I'm like, if it's a 1/4 inch too big or too small, it's not the right size.
Yeah.
Right?
Or how much exactly is it gonna shrink?
Yeah.
It's like we can't tell you that. Yeah. That's not an exact science.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be. Like
nothing should be down to such a precise amount.
Yeah.
With your jeans because
it's a live like. Cotton is a natural fiber. It reacts to a lot of things naturally. Something that we can't control. We can't just program it to shrink by 10% or 2% or whatever. Like that's not how it works. So there's no one answer.
Yeah.
I do think though it's kind of like a personal question in like denim. Like in this community, it's like. It's kind of like, what kind of music do you listen to? It's like, how do you wash your jeans?
How do you wash your jeans? So, it's good to hear from, I think it helps people who might be getting into it to hear the opinions of a lot of different people and to debunk some of the stuff, some of the junk information that's kind of been floating around for a long time.
Yeah.
I did that video with Stridewise where we talked about what salvage denim is. And, he was talking about, before we did the video, he was like, man, I get so many, this question just comes up so often. And I just want to debunk some of the,
right.
Some of the lore around salvage. And I was very happy to make this video and just kind of, make this whole thing a lot more approachable and less maybe gatekeepery and things like that. And just to debunk and dispel some of the ideas that are no good. So
it's definitely moving to the right direction, I feel.
But yeah, washing, there's a lot of ways you can do it. And what I'm doing right now is more regular. I've been on the other side where I've worn my jeans for months and months and months on end. And, so I've done the extreme and I've done in between where, maybe I've worn them for 5 or 6 months straight. And then after that, I started doing more regular washings, maybe once a month, once every 2 months.
Yeah. So. And like back when we lived in Canada, because of the way of the, laundry situation there, like we would wash hot and we would dry hot.
Yeah.
Whereas like here, like we normally just wash cold.
Yeah.
And we sometimes dry hot, but depends.
Yeah, Japanese dryers aren't so great.
Yeah, but also washers, like kind of like if I wanted a hot wash, it will take so much longer. So like I rarely do.
Yeah.
It's not like I think the jeans are like need to be cold washed because whatever. But it's just it's more convenient for me to wash cold.
Yeah, our machine is a washer dryer all in one, and dryers like standalone dryers are not common at all in Japan. No. Like, if you go to the appliance store, they will have maybe 2, and both of them look like they were designed in 1988.
They were.
And they were. They were designed in 1988, and that's the model they still make. They do not make anything else.
Well, from Japanese brands, like you could pay a lot of money to get the import, stuff, but it's not LG or whatever. Like you can't, not LG, but like a Whirlpool or
not even like you have to get like
you can get those
Bosch or something like that, like
those too,
European expensive.
But you can get like it's not so common because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And most people don't even have like just in general having a clothing dryer in this country is a new idea. It's in the last maybe less than 10 years that majority of people have a dryer in.
Yeah, but it'll be a built-in like washer dryer machine.
Yeah. Like
right.
For instance, like both of like a couple of my family members who are relatively modern human beings, they did not have a dryer until like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of like a weird thing that it's like, oh, we don't need it.
Yeah. Everybody dries their clothes outside here.
It's like you've been doing that for their entire life, so like, oh, we don't need it. Yeah. And it's like, no, you do. Yeah. I've been telling everybody, it's like, you do.
Like if I look out my window, like there will be 50 windows with people's clothes hanging out on their line. Like,
we have a permanent fixture on our balcony that is for hanging laundry.
Yeah, like everybody has it. Yeah. It's very common. Venomous Teddy. Also, the combo washer dryers wash great but dry poorly. Yeah, they're not as good as the Western dryers. Also, the dry capacity is lower than the wash capacity. So if you put in like a full load of wash, you cannot do a full load of. You've got to take like half of it out. So it's a little bit weird. But yeah,
or you don't load up.
Or you don't load up the wash. So it's, anyways. One time, I think I might have told this story before, but we were visiting one of the denim mills, and as we were doing the tour, on the way out, they had, I think it was a bunch of Kenmore washer dryers, and I'm looking at these like, where on earth did you get these? Because we're in the middle of nowhere, Japan. Where did you get these? These aren't sold here. How are they here? And why are they here? Because I'm just like, I want to know for myself. I'm like, if I would buy one of these. I And they're like, oh no, Levi's gave these to us because
they were the most common
washing machines in America. So they wanted them to have it so that when they wash test fabrics, that they're wash testing them based off of what the common machines are in America.
And I'm sure in a few years they're gonna send them like a Samsung or something.
Right.
Like it's not
whatever
gonna be
the newest one is. But yeah, I thought it was really neat that they were doing that. So yeah, good on them. BD writes, I seem to remember Bahzad lost a garment in the yard of another apartment property. And it was lost to the sand of time. Oh yeah, it was right here. I hung up some shirts on our balcony here, and the wind took it and took it over into the building over, but it was like in the back and over a fence, and Risa wasn't around.
That was like the only hour in the entire month that I wasn't here when he was here, and I just told him like once the washing's done, just take out that shirt and put it outside. And he did that. It's like by the time I came home, he was like, I lost a shirt. I was like, how do you go from taking out the laundry to losing a shirt?
Mother Nature, man. She really had it up for me that day. And I wasn't about, as a foreigner guy, I wasn't about to hop over some fence to go get a shirt and try to...
Because you can't explain it when you get caught.
Yeah, they'll be like, why are you climbing over this? What?
Why are you trespassing?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I wasn't about to do that. I'm like, you know what? Nature can have the shirt. That's it. It's over. I have plenty of shirts. Okay. The Raven asks, have you guys ever made a denim that starts off as a dark teal and fades to light teal?
Teal.
Yeah,
like
the Vintagecast broken twill. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that one up for you guys. I'm just gonna do a little refresh on this page here because that's frozen. Let me bring it up. Naked and Famous Denim Vintagecast broken twill. This one. So let's see. Are we rocking over there? We're rocking over there. Okay. There we go. So what you want to find is, this is an older model, but yeah, this one, the Vintagecast, would have done the trick. There was also another one that was the same family, the Royal Cast. So for a while, Royal Cast, Vintagecast, these old pocket flashers, you could tell this is some old Naked and Famous Denim stuff. Here looks like a faded photo of a pair. That's a great photo. Yeah. Although I can't really access it too well, but Vintagecast broken twill selvage, that's what you want to look for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, how hot? If the greencast slub selvage is top dyed greencast, the MIJ12 reverse method of greencast, green first and then indigo?
They're both, I think, top. No?
Right. I think so.
Yeah. I'll have to double check, but I think they're both.
Yeah. Pedro writes, talk about the Blue Owl exclusive that just came out today. Yes.
Oh, it came out today?
It came out today and it's sold out today.
Wow, good for them.
So these blew out of stock. They flew.
Great.
They didn't just run, they flew. So this denim, the remastered multicolor hand dyed weft selvage. It's a mouthful. Only 40 pairs. Mm-hmm. And this is the last of it. We ran this denim for Blue Owl back in 2013. And
10 years ago.
10 years ago. We happened to find a couple of rolls in the warehouse, and we reached out to Jay, and we're like, do you wanna redo this? They were on board. We could only make what we had left. Sometimes things get lost in our warehouse, and then they turn up in our warehouse. It's not uncommon.
It's not a very organized, we know everything, where everything is kind of warehouse.
If you work in any kind of factory, warehouse, things sometimes get lost.
Yeah. It's the same thing with jeans or fabric rolls.
Yeah. So a fabric roll goes missing, goes here. Like somebody misplaced it, put it in the wrong spot, and it just gets, forgotten about until somebody recognizes it and sees it. So these were re-released today. I think the only size left is a 28. So
The person who wears size 28, just
you have the
all
world.
The picks, you get all the best deals.
Yeah. So this was a hand-dyed, section-dyed yarn. And basically they would unravel the yarn and just dye bit by bit. And you get all these different colors on the same strand. Obviously, it makes a very, very beautiful weft. And on our Instagram, I posted a photo of a faded pair that we came across. Let's bring that up over here. You can see the beautiful fading of this denim. What's really neat is that it's not particularly in your face, that weft color. You can see some of it's breaking through here where the fabric's breaking, but you really have to kind of get it at the right angle and the right light to see it, coming through the fabric. So it fades like a beautiful classic dark indigo denim, and then you get a little bit of color when you flip up that cuff, or, if you're looking at the fabric closely, or if you rip the fabric. But this pair right here is a Weird Guy. This was, 13 years ago Weird Guy fit, so the rise was a little bit lower. Now we have that updated Weird Guy fit here with the remastered edition for Blue Owl. Hopefully you are able to snag a pair today, because that was the last of them. This is not coming back, unless we find some random roll, which at this point I'm gonna say it's safe to say we're out of it. I don't think we missed it again.
But we have a lot of fun weft denim coming out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
you'll look.
It's not the last of fun weft.
It's not the last of fun weft or fun jeans. Some folks, they'll write a comment or they'll message me and they'll say, "Oh, I gotta save up. There's like so many jeans I want to get this season." It's great. I appreciate that. But don't ever feel like you have to chase and like grab everything.
Get it now or you never ever get it. Like,
there are some styles that are like that. Like, this is it. Like, we're done. Like this one. Like, okay, that one you got to get it now.
Exactly that one, yes. But there's similar ones come in the future. It might take 10 years to come back, but
right. But the next season there will be some other exciting options for you. So if you missed one, there'll be something else down the line. Just don't buy it for the sake of buying it, and then especially if your intention is to wear the jeans, because you'll never get to them, right? Mm-hmm. And the worst part is, just speaking for myself, and you might outgrow the jeans. As you get older, you get a little bit wider. That's life. That's natural. And then all of a sudden, that stockpile of jeans that you are like, oh, I'm going to wear these one day, you're not going to be able to wear them one day. And then, it's kind of nice to have them, look at them. It's great if you're more of like a fabric nerd collector type. But if you were intending on enjoying them, then you might miss out on that. I don't want you to go through that. So just, maybe put it to a fund. Like, this is the fun clothes fund. And then get stuff when you can enjoy them. So, life pro tip from an old guy who's bought a lot of jeans in his life. Pedro, if you don't flip the cuff on those, what are you even doing? That's true. I suppose this is definitely the one where you want to show off that cuff. Pedro writes, those jeans are sick AF. I would love to get them, but was saving my coins for the Elephant 12. There you go. Right? You got to pick wisely. Pick the one you're gonna get the most wear out of. Mm-hmm. Okay. Plastic Fortune. Yeah, did you hear about the person on the Selvage Denim subreddit saying the new Southeast Asia category for the Indigo Invitational was not friendly? I've never seen such a hated post, LOL. Yeah, it was a bit off-putting. Even if you had, if you have problems with the way things are managed or run, I think that there were better ways to express, the changes that you wanted to see. And I think, people can have gripes with anything, but if you approach it in a way that is very confrontational, then you're not going to find the results that you're looking for. And I think if your aim is for change, you have to learn how to speak to the people you're asking to get the change from. Yeah. So that, everyone has the right to their opinion and thoughts about, that, but you have to do it in a way, like, if your aim is to get that change, then I think you have to learn how to approach the situation a little bit more gently.
Yeah, and if your aim is to criticize, it's one thing, but if your aim is to, like, discuss this, like, which is what, like, forums are about, like, what do you think of this guy's, like, kind of, approach, then you don't throw out a word like, word. Like, it's such a, like, like you're instigating, like, something. It's coming on really strong. If you want to discuss this in a more, like, civil approach, you use a more neutralized words.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of like, I mean, this is not an equivalent at all, but if there's a customer has a problem with one of our products, approaching our customer service with, like, absolute aggression, which happens often, versus the person who is trying to be sympathetic, right? Or trying to gain sympathy from the situation. We have these sales, and when we are on sale, like many retailers, we're not unique in this respect, products are final sale, right? It's we're offering you the best possible deal that we can on this item, and so there's certain things that come with that, right?
And returns cost money to both the customer, like in our store, it costs money to you, but it also costs money to us.
Right. We still subsidize the cost of returns. We still have to process the returns. There's still people who have their hands involved, and when you're making less or very little margin on items, like, items, it really, we got to balance these things out here. So we offer you the best deal, and we are also upfront about it being a final sale. If you go to our the customer like our store policy, literally the first thing it says in bold is our policy.
What is not returnable.
Right. So, we don't think we're being dishonest in this respect, but sometimes people feel that because they didn't read a store policy that somehow it was our fault, and they come out absolutely guns blazing. You're ripping me off.
Bad business practice.
How dare you not say it? And, like, what do you mean? Like, it's right there. Like,
and it's not like we're building in like a fine print kind of thing. It's not a fine print. It's a bold print.
Yeah. So, in that respect, you get the person who is guns blazing. You're scammers. You're this. You're that. You're the other thing. How dare you? Blah 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 blah. Calling us every name in the book, and also I want to return these, and it's just like, okay. Or there's the person who's, hey,
I know that I didn't read the policy.
Right. Or I missed it, and I bought these. I was excited. I got the wrong size.
Can you help me out here?
Yeah. I'm like, which person do you think I want to help?
Yeah.
The person calling me names and, making wild accusations.
It's human nature to be defensive at that point. But, it's just if somebody's asking for help, we would do the best we can because we want your experience to be positive. Yeah. But even if it doesn't look like it's possible, then we're not going to...
Yeah. Even if you feel like we're scamming you and whatever, even if you feel that way,
it's smarter.
Lie to me.
It's smarter
Just
to be...
lie to me and say, let me put it this way. If your pride is so high that you couldn't possibly say in an email to a stranger who doesn't know you from Adam that you made a mistake and that you're asking for some kind of sympathy here, if your pride is too high for that, then, like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but
Yeah, but oftentimes I don't think it's pride. I think it's just an entitlement, or like just the idea that like just because certain online stores work a certain way, that they like this is just like a common sense that everybody has the same policy, and if you don't have the same policy, then that you're a bad business, practice. And that's really not like you, just like we would be in your shoes, like we would understand when somebody approaches with us like a human being, then we would try to understand your situation, we would try to put ourselves in your situation. Whereas like if you coming at us with certain attitude, like I don't want to put myself in your shoes. Like I have nothing that I can, not that like we would still try and help, but reluctantly, to be fair.
Right. You're probably not going to get the most out of us when you're being really aggressive with us. So just be nice. Out of just a sheer survival tactic, just be nice. Be as pleasant as you can be. Yeah. And you are going to win.
It's easy to do that on the email. You just have to swallow your anger.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Topher Cobra, as someone who has worked retail for several years, the way you approach a customer service situation will directly affect the type of service you will receive. Mm-hmm. No question about it. Look, I'm not saying that there aren't jerk or poor customer service people out there. I've dealt with them. We've all dealt with them. There's people who are unwilling to help you no matter what. It's not my problem.
This is the policy. I have no.
We've all been there, right? But especially yelling at that person, definitely not going to help you out. Definitely not going to help you out.
If I realize that I don't get anything out of that person, sure, whatever. But it's like, if you don't know where we're going to stand on this issue yet, then try and approach a nice way. Because you might be lucky enough to, get whatever you want.
Right.
And some, maybe. So
that's my advice for anyone who's trying to get anything out of anyone, is to be nice to them. It's a good strat. It's a good strat. Yeah. Right. BD writes, I sure like it when this topic is. I sure like where this topic is headed. Rant time. Yeah. But hit the like button because you like this thing. Everybody who hasn't hit that like button yet, it's free. Free to do it.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel good. What
and
better?
It helps us.
And it helps the channel. Helps people find us. So, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Call all your friends and tell them to tune in to us right now, even if they're not into denim.
Let's just invite your friends over.
Have a watch party. Okay. Back to the questions. Chris Karras writes, what's up? Can't wait for the Wonder Looper Ultimate Pima tomorrow. Well, thank you very much. Any chance we see the return of the Naked and Famous crossover with, insert Japanese denim brand collabs? It's not impossible, but
don't have any brand that we want to do that with currently. I guess it's the right answer. We're not obviously we're not against the idea.
Yeah, I'm not against the idea. It would certainly depend on the brand, and it would have to Anyways, if you ever meet me in person, I'll give you my real opinion on this one. But I think it might be too spicy for the internet. There are brands that we love, and I'm going to say that. I'm going to leave it there. There are brands that we love.
Fill in the blank after.
But yeah, this is you got to come out to a Naked and Famous Denim event, and I'll give you my my.
I think you can guess what it is.
Yeah, your guess is probably correct. J. Jones writes, sorry if I missed this, but will there be any lighter wash jeans coming soon? Similar color to the recycled, which most sizes are out of stock at the moment. We will have. Do I have it? I have it there. Somewhere here.
So, in the fall collection, I don't think it would
Yeah.
have anything that's lighter wash.
But next spring summer, so spring summer 24.
Yeah.
This is the left hand twill sky blue edition. So it's the same left hand twill construction as our classic dark indigo 13.75 ounce Japanese selvage denim, but in a beautiful sky blue vintage blue form. So another great way to enjoy the left hand twill. If you're a fan of the left hand twill, which I'm sure many of you guys are, it's our #1 selling jean. You can now get it in a sky blue edition. We had it done Blue Owl collaboration with the midnight version, Indigo by Black. We did the Broken Twill offshoot, Broken Twill selvage. Now we've got this. So we're going to be playing around with the left-hand twill a little bit more these days and give you new and fun variations on it.
Yeah, it might be hard to see, but it's kind of like a muted, like light blue.
Yeah.
So
like
it's a little bit, like a little bit dustier than like Sakura Sky or Summer Sky and stuff like that. So it's a very nice color.
Yeah. So expect, and you can see kind of a little bit of a nuance in the texture and color here as well. Yeah. So that's coming in the spring. JJ Jones, damn, that's sick. Well. We know we got the hits coming. Okay. Chris Lauren, damn, I can't guess which brands you like and don't like. Just or why you would. LOL. All right. Well.
I mean,
let that sit on your mind for a while. Will you be making any jackets with Sea Island cotton selvage? Is the Sea Island coming in the jacket? I don't remember.
No, I don't.
I think
so.
it is.
You think so?
I don't remember.
I think it's camel, elephant.
Yeah, I'm gonna doubly check.
Check the Naked Famous.
There's too many products for me to remember offhand. Yeah, my brain doesn't work that way anymore. But I have references to everything, so I can always check.
No.
For fall, the planned jackets are the Camel Slub, the Elephant 12, the King of Slub 2, and the Sumi Ink Coated Selvage.
And Herringbone, I think we added Herringbone.
No, that
canceled?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta remove that from the website.
Oh, okay. There's a chore coat in the Herringbone, and then there's also lined denim jackets with a blanket lining in the left-hand twill and the solid black selvage. Gaming King 33, do you have any plans on making leather jackets? No plans. It's not something. Put that away. There's too many good leather jacket makers out there for us to be dabbling in making leather jackets. If you want a good leather jacket, go get a Shot Perfecto. You're going to be very, very happy with that jacket. We've had the conversation with Shot every now and then about doing a jacket with them, but I think the problem comes with the value proposition. Just because it's going through kind of two sets of hands, like the price kind of gets, it's going to get up there, and it's really not, the extra price difference, I don't know if it's going to be so worth it to you as a customer. So I think it's best for you to focus on the brands that pump out leather jackets day in, day out. They know what they do. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it for decades, or they invented the whole thing. Shot. So I would recommend you check them out. Personally, I have some Shot leather jackets. I really like Shot jackets. I think that Shot provides the best value out there. If you want to go on like super enthusiast level jackets, they're out there, and I think they're fantastic. But you're paying a big premium on those. And you know what? Look, at the end of the day,
if you like it, then that's fine.
At the end of the day, the premium, it's not like you're spending $20,000 on a jacket, right?
But if you don't know where to start, Shot is a great place to start.
Yeah. And even the premium, they're still, in the grand scheme of things, you're going to have that jacket forever. So somebody said the quote, you'll remember the quality long after you forget about the price. So
Somebody said that on the chat.
Yeah. Somebody said it and I remembered it, and it was a great saying.
Yeah.
Cedrus 55 or 555, is the strong guy fit growing in popularity? Slightly. I think that there's some I see it in New York, like the younger generation that's getting into raw denim. They're also kind of coming off of a like Y2K kind of aesthetic as well, like late 90s, early 2000s, like wider fits. So that to me is driving up a lot of the strong guy business lately. It's not so much like the heritage type dressers.
No, it's a trendy.
It's a little bit more trendy.
Yeah, fashionable people.
Yeah, the strong guy. Sorry, the true guy is really gaining a lot of steam in like, the everyday. I just need everyday jeans, but also I feel like the heritage folks are also like we're bringing some more of those guys on a little bit more with that as well. So it works a lot of different customer bases. Daniel Ocampo. Sorry if I say that wrong. Have you guys ever thought about putting out a pair of patchwork jeans? Maybe use fabric from previous collections.
That's a lot of work if we order in the patchworks.
Yeah, it's depends what you mean. Like if it's like a front panel from one fabric, a back panel from another fabric, like and you do like the pocket.
That's still a lot of work.
It is, and nobody wants that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but nobody wants. Like we've done it a few times where like the front we did like black and the back we did indigo, or like vice versa. We did it a few times and just maybe twice. Nobody wants them. I in fact, like Brandon likes them personally, and he's worn them a lot. But I think they're clever. But
not like.
But they're nobody's everyday wearing jeans.
Well, yeah, and also it's just like. Yeah, it's not like forever. You get tired of it.
Yeah.
I've had the black partridge, indigo partridge one, and I liked it, and I still do like it. It's just it's not something that I would wear forever.
Yeah, they're fine. Like that, those ones that we made were fine, but they're a tough sell.
Yeah,
they're really a tough sell. So the more patchworky you get, sometimes I feel like in our raw denim world, sometimes people get very they get excited about like these ideas, and then when it all comes together, it's not what you expected, right? Like sometimes, we've kind of figured out that this type, like basically, if we're working within this look, like this dark indigo, maybe dark indigo contrast stitching with like dark indigo contrast stitching and some kind of like brown leather patch. Like that is the formula that works the best, and then everything else is just kind of a deviation on that a little bit. But sometimes if you stray out like too far, you really don't have much of an audience for it. And like that's coming from us who have made a lot of weird jeans, and I think the patchwork stuff is probably the like out of everything that we've ever made is maybe the least popular.
I think it depends on what you define, like what you mean by patchwork. But yeah, in general, I think our strength is developing fabrics, and not so much as like,
I once had a pair of J. Lindbergh patchwork flared jeans. I need to find. I don't know if this brand. I have to find them now because they're one of the most ridiculous jeans I ever owned, and I don't know if this brand even exists as a. I remember like they really swung into the golf wear business a long time ago, But they're in my mom's house in the storage room somewhere. I gotta find them one day. I can't even find them online. They're so old. But that's one of the weirdest jeans I own for sure. Jay Lindeberg, if I remember correctly, was a creative at Diesel, and then started his own line. And then when he came out, it was, I feel like it was like a lot of the young club kids who were really, really into this brand. And then it swung really hard into golf. And there was like Jalen, and like everybody had like this Jay Lindeberg belt. Mm-hmm. It was very like we couldn't not have them in stock. Like if we got 10 on a Monday, they were gone by Tuesday.
Interesting, because when I learned about Jay Lindbergh, which was later, it was already like a department store, like old guy, like brand.
Yeah, when we were selling it, it was like club kid brand. Yeah, and like it was like basically a variation of this belt. Hold on, let's check it out. I don't know if you guys were there for this. This was like 2004, 2005 era. If you were in Toronto, every club guy had this belt. Every single one had this belt. They had it in black. They had it in white. And like this super thick leather band with this giant buckle. Very, very popular.
Belt was so big.
Big buckle belts were so popular back then. But yeah, I remember I had this really interesting pair of Patchwork. It was all like made of square patches of like faded denim, and it was like this big flare. And I remember I did a raw hem on them, and yeah, I was.
I mean, I can definitely picture it.
Yeah, I gotta find them. That was a moment for Bahzad. I'll tell you that much. Seymour Butts writes, I love it. Will the Nightmare on Elm Street jeans ever come back? So mad I missed out. That one will not. That was a one and done. Like the collaboration items like that are
we can't bring it back because then we have to have another contract.
Yeah. If yeah. So that was.
Maybe you can find it on secondary market or something.
Probably the best place to look. Chris Karras writes, I saw the Blue Owl release today. It flew. Awesome to see. I'm glad. 40 pairs flew off the shelves.
Great.
And if you got one, you're very lucky to have one. Michael Udall, if you do a color core for the Elephant next year, what would you do for the stretch version? Yeah, I don't know if we will do a stretch version or if maybe it might be a better idea to do a crew elephant or something like that.
A crew elephant.
Yeah.
What's happened in the talks for a while? I think that's great. Wonderful. Yeah. Although we're just doing Ikru Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So maybe it's too much of a same.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, I don't know if we will do a stretch color core elephant. I don't know. BD, what I missed, just went and changed into my blanket line jeans to get real comfy. All right.
That's nice.
Midstream wardrobe change. The Raven, I was in kindergarten instead of clubbing at that time. Well, you're a young one.
Wow.
You're a young one. Jose Ortiz writes, will you ever do an octopus ink denim? I know it can be used in many dyeing forms. It's definitely been on conversations internally before.
Squid ink.
Yeah, right? Squid ink. Yeah. He wrote octopus ink, but I'm thinking squid ink. I think if we push it, it might be doable. But it's definitely something we've considered before. I think it could be cool.
Yeah. But sumi to me, it's whether it comes from a living creature or
sumi, the black. I mean, it comes from the charcoal, right? It's a little different. Squid ink. I just like that. It just sounds neat. Okay, guys, I got a preview here that I promised early in the live stream. Giorno. Can we grab that one? Well, both of those, but let's show off Giorno first, because this is the only JoJo jean as of late that we haven't previewed out.
Yeah, because we didn't have it.
Yeah, so we just got it in the mail yesterday.
And
there you go. Giorno Giovanna. Indigo by Purple. Yeah, it's I think in the video it's looking a little bit more purpley than it is in real life. Maybe it's just the light is picking up the weft very hard, but it is a little bit darker than what I can see on screen. But the weft definitely shows through the front face of the fabric. Like, yeah, when I have it tilted like this, you can see that it's darker, but when I have it straight on in the video, it feels more purple. But in real life, it seems like it's the opposite. Like when you look at it at an angle, maybe you see it's a little bit more purple, but it is a little bit more darker toned than what it might be showing. Yeah. But you've got that beautiful purple on the inside with the golden
the gold
line
is
salvage
not
ID.
Picking up so well.
Yeah, maybe I could play with the contrast settings for a second. Maybe some technical adjustments here to see what we can do. Let's turn that off. Maybe. That's better. Is that better? A little bit better.
Yeah.
Auto control. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little better. This is more realistic.
Yeah.
So.
It's darker indigo.
Yeah. With the purple weft. Yeah. Sometimes the lighting can really make things appear differently. Okay. Leather patch. Looks great. And then on the inside, you've got that purple weft, and then here's the pocket bag. Great, huh? Fantastic. So, if you're a JoJo fan, these are coming out along with the rest of the collection in the fall. Expect like September, October-ish, end September, October-ish delivery on these guys, and then
things are trickling into the warehouse already. So,
and then check out the button there as well. So there you have it. I've never seen JoJo, but that purple phase is amazing. Yeah, the thing about this collection is whether you're a fan of JoJo or not. I think that this is still a very wearable jean for everybody.
Yeah.
Pocket
bag is inside, nobody sees it. The only thing that you see on the outside is the leather patch, which is a natural, natural vegetation. So it's not really even that like.
Yeah, it's not in your face. I wanted to keep the embellishments subtle and focus more on the fabric being, telling the story. We opted not to put the embroidery on the back pocket to keep these, very wearable day to day for a lot of people. So even whether you're a, JoJo super fan or if you're more a fan of the fabric itself, I think this is going to be something that is approachable for everybody. And then we've got that beautiful pocket flasher in there. Let's stick it in there. Boom. There you go. That's the whole package. You can see that great prismatic holographic pocket flasher on there. Looks great. There you have it. I think only the Joseph and Josuke's have stretch. No.
Joseph has stretch.
Joseph has stretch. That's the only one with stretch. Yeah. I think. Jolene.
Jolene.
Yeah. Also, see, Trivo. So this is the collective mind, the collective memory of the internet. You remember everything. So yeah, we've got those two planned out. Okay, I'm gonna bring back my lighting.
Oh,
bam. Oh wait, yeah. Let's bring back the dark lighting to show off the
some jeans.
Herringbone denim. I don't remember if I showed this one off to you guys. But this is part of the fall winter 2023 collection, And we've got a very interesting denim here in a herringbone. We call it a HBT, herringbone twill. So it's a mix of left-hand twill and right-hand twill going on at the same time. Not quite the Frankenstein denim with the 2 inches left-hand twill, 2 inches right-hand twill. This is actually left-hand twill and right-hand twill at the same time, and it creates this beautiful.
This is not a twill. It's neither left-hand twill or right-hand twill.
Right. It's a herringbone twill. Yeah, it's its own thing, but a herringbone twill is a combination of the two. And if you look closely at the fabric, you can see that it goes in both directions. Hopefully, you can see that.
Yeah, I showed it earlier.
Yeah.
I think it was good enough.
And I think it's just a fun, interesting way to enjoy raw denim. And I think especially because of the twill, you're going to get a very, very interesting fade on these. In fact, the horizontal lines will become more and more noticeable the more you wash and wear these jeans. And I think it just gives it a nice kind of classy look to the denim. So that's the herringbone twill. If you're looking for a new way or a different way to experience raw denim, this is definitely one that you're going to enjoy. We have another herringbone twill fabric coming out this season as well. So there's an indigo denim version of it, and then we have like a military repro fabric. We call it the Army HBT. It's like an olive drab color in this same material. So in that same twill. So there's going to be two options there in that. So some non-denim and alternative denim options for you.
Yeah, it's all tonal, understated, but it's interesting too.
Yeah.
Like it.
Okay, let's brighten it up. Okay. King Subway Rice, is there a potential for a one-piece collaboration?
There's a potential.
There's always a potential. I would say that JoJo came from the community. This was the one. I wasn't too familiar with JoJo when we started this adventure together. I feel like I'm a Stardust Crusader now. When we started this adventure, this journey, I had my knowledge of JoJo's was that it existed. I didn't have too much knowledge about it beyond that. I knew that Garrett was a big fan. He was also asking for a JoJo collaboration, and with everybody asking, I'm like, okay, let's pursue this. And through I had emailed them, never heard from them, and it was actually there's a Raw Denim Discord, and it turned out that one of the guys in there actually worked for Viz, who is they do the distribution for JoJo in North America. And through them, we got the contact, and we're able to work out a deal with them to bring this project to life. So it was all community fed, and as researching and watching JoJo, I'm certainly much more of a fan now. I have opinions on JoJo, like real ones. But One Piece. I don't know if I can do this adventure again. And because One Piece has JoJo's there's a lot of episodes. One Piece has got so many more episodes that I don't know if I could consume enough One Piece in order to create a collaboration, a product that is going to really speak to the audience. It's easy when you're you do these, this merch where it's a t-shirt and you would just put a graphic on it. Mm-hmm. That's easy, right? I'm trying to make the soul of the character as fabric.
Yeah.
Right?
We need to know about the story.
Right.
We can't just know what they look like.
Yeah.
We need to know who they are in terms of things that makes them them.
Things that are gonna appeal. So I've watched in my life zero minutes of One Piece.
Me neither.
But
also another thing is that JoJo was overwhelmingly there's a lot of we get a lot of suggestions, obviously.
Yeah.
But JoJo was the one that had significantly more people than any other suggestions.
Yeah.
Like One Piece or Pokemon or whatever. JoJo had some good fan base within our fan base,
Yeah.
so that made sense to us.
Yeah, and I'm sure as many of you are anime fans out in the audience, like One Piece is certainly it's one of the biggest ones out there, and I'm sure there's many fans of it out there. But anyways, I think that might be difficult. It's not a never situation.
Right.
But I think for me, where I'm at right now, it's a low percentage right now. As for the release, it's going to be either one batch or two batches. So
three jeans drop,
or like
six.
a 6 all in one day times 4 fits. Yeah. So a lot of, anyways, I think we'll do it 2 and 2 just to give ourselves time to breathe.
And also, make sure that warehouse is ready for it.
Yeah, we're expecting these.
And because we're not like making that many of each fit, each size, it will come down to like a really precise. We have to. Yeah. We can't have.
I don't want anybody getting an out of stock on something.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that everything is perfect for this release. So.
I'm nervous thinking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out that day, so yeah, there's a lot of things that can mess up. Okay, BD writes, was it Erotica that did the patch flasher for the 15-year anniversary?
Good eye.
Yes. So it was done by Erotica is the name of the shop. The artist behind Erotica, his name is Rockin' Jelly Bean. We've worked with him in the past. And we're big fans. I'm a big fan of his artwork. I collect all kinds of it. And yeah, we're happy to have him create this artwork for our pocket flasher and for the leather patch. It was basically entirely like there was so little input on our end. Like it was like just
Yeah. Like we want these like elements.
Yeah.
And then he's a pro. He gets it. Like,
yeah.
It's amazing how well it came out.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we are printing some posters.
Yeah.
So we don't really, sell posters. Like not even like at Tate Yoko, we don't sell Rockin' Jelly Bean posters so much, or ever probably. But
for this one we are. So,
because he did such a great work, and it's like pocket flasher is so small.
Yeah.
So
we'll have there will be numbered prints that will be available.
One color.
And then there will be a variant color. I think it's like one will have an edition of 150 and the other one will be an edition of 100, something like that.
I think 300 and 100 in the world.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, we'll have all that information ready for you when it's a little bit closer to release. We're still figuring out all that stuff. But for those, not everybody needs, the next pair of jeans. So this way, if you want to celebrate 15-year anniversary with us, or you want to just collect some Naked and Famous Denim artwork, Rockin' Jelly Bean artwork, we're going to have that option available for you as well.
Or if you're a fan of Canada, because it's
very Canadian. Very Canadian. Topher Cobra, speaking of trying to capture a person's personality in denim, what would the construction of a Bahzad denim be? What about Risa? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
What would a Bahzad denim be?
Fiery.
Ooh,
Rant time.
That's a very
it's it's a good question. I can be very calm and whatever, but sometimes I can get real heated. Heated probably isn't my
default state.
Yeah. So maybe that's not really the right way to go about it.
That's a hard one. If we ever do that is gonna be a very hard one to work on.
Well, I'll think about it. Ask me again another time. I'll think about that one. Okay. Smash and Bottles writes, JoJo felt like such a great fit for Naked and Famous, honestly. I think so too. The characters, there's a lot. I wish there were more characters that we could have done. Yeah. And there's a lot, like they give us a lot of colorfulness. Like, the characters themselves are colorful, but the series itself is very colorful. So there's a lot to work with in that realm.
Yeah,
there's a lot of iconographics.
Yeah, because it's like one character has two characters.
Yeah,
basically. So it's like it's a lot. Like it's 6 Joes, but it's like 12. Like visuals.
It could have been like we do all the Joes. We do their the stands could be separate. Like, I don't know, they're
you can separate them though.
That could have been cool. Yeah. That could have been a cool way to do it, but then there's just like too many.
Yeah.
There's too many products, but there are certainly a lot more. And I mean, I've said it before. I'm gonna keep saying it. There is gonna be no Dio denim, but I would have loved to do a Dio denim. Like, that is just the way our thing worked with them. But Dio would have been a lot of fun to make.
So evil.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun with this one, and there's going to be more fun projects in the future. I still would like to do, like, my wish list is still Ninja Turtles. I like to do RoboCop. I want to do Alien, Predator.
Yeah, there's a lot more in that.
In that realm. Yeah. Somebody said, am I just remembering things funny? But did somebody mention Sailor Moon in the chat? That could be interesting, but here's my only gripe about it would be that I don't know, like, I mean, I'm a guy and I liked Sailor Moon, but I don't know how, like, depending on our age group, right? Like, if you're a 40-year-old man, are you going to wear Sailor Moon jeans?
Yeah, so
then the young guys in our audience, because we mostly make men's jeans, to be fair, the young guys in our audience may not know what this is. They may not have, like, the connection to it.
Right.
Because anime, at my age, like, there was so few and so little of it available that, like everybody, not just anime fans, but I feel like everybody was watching, like, Sailor Moon. It was on television, right?
But I feel like unless they're currently kids, like, even younger people are aware of it, because Sailor Moon was like, I don't know, running for or long, like, staying in that anime, like, world for a long time, I feel.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, the key elements, like visuals that we can use, are very girly.
Yeah, they're very girly.
I think that's the biggest problem.
Right. And, like, they're also, they're all junior high school girls, and
it's a little...
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not sold on it. Brainstorm writes Naked Famous Times Evangelion. I would do that one before.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Well, it's
doable.
Yeah, and the colors are obvious with that one as well, because they're very clear and obvious, and the character
colors are pretty obvious.
That's true, but I think the colorways of the Evangelion Eva units are a little bit more iconic than...
Yeah, just the color can say what it is.
Like that purple and green, right? Like, there's so much of it, like, there's so much Evangelion products in Japan, and, like, I see people wearing, like, because they collaborate with a lot of companies. So I'm sure, like, we would be able to do it. But, like, I'll see, like, a purple and green shoe, and I'm like, oh, that's an Eva collab.
Yeah.
Or, like, a G-Shock with that, I'm like, Evangelion collab. That yellow and red, like, from Asuka, like,
Yeah, and also the like the font, like their like their image, like branding is so strong.
Yeah. So I could see that one day. That one, I think one day will happen.
It would be cool.
I think one day it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time on that one. Like other anime, like I'm old. Like I know I look young. But like I like Fist of the North Star. And I don't know how many people are into that one. Yeah,
that's even old for me. To be fair, like you are getting it a lot later. I
got it later.
Yeah, so it's not like you're like that much older than me.
Yeah, I wasn't there when it was new.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I watched it on the repeat, or like Golgo 13. Like I like these, like early 80s like Japanese and like these strongman, anime characters. Have you seen Berserk? I know of Berserk. I haven't watched too much of it. Like Berserk, somebody writes Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, we have it. We have the Blu-ray.
Oh.
Like Attack on Titan. I also like the violent ones as well.
Yeah, Attack on Titan is more recent.
Yeah.
What is the big one? Oh,
Akira, or like
Akira's iconic.
Yeah.
The most recent, like very popular one is that one. I don't know what the word title is in English, but like the like guys who are dressed in kimonos and like have swords.
What's it in Japanese?
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Some kind of sword.
It's not this one, is it?
No.
Okay, I have no clue.
You know what it is.
I don't know.
Until you know.
Until I know. Demon Slayer? Maybe
yes,
that's the
yes,
one.
Yes,
okay,
I think
Demon
so.
Slayer. Yeah. All right. Everyone knows. Yeah. You Are Already Dead Salvage would be a killer. Yeah. Chainsaw Man, Ghost in the Shell. There's too many good ones, that's for sure. The Raven, Naked Famous times Persona Denim. If you don't know, Persona is a popular JRPG anime style game series. I do know Persona, and I played a lot of Persona. And I have Persona. I have the fighting games. I have like the dancing all night games. I like rhythm games. I was playing Persona 4. I don't know, 5. And I just remember getting like really deep. My problem is sometimes I get really deep into a game, and then especially RPGs, and this is the thing that I hate the most about RPGs and why I don't really play them very much, is that as soon as I put the game down for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because I got other things to do, I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore. And I'm just so lost. And I'm like, forget it. Like, I just, like, I'm running around, like, in Persona, you can just run around dungeons for hours and do nothing. And I'm like, oh, where am I supposed to go now? What am I supposed to do? And, like, I just completely forgot about it. Like, in Zelda, like, Breath of the Wild, I got to, like, the last castle, put it down, and every time I picked it up since, my dexterity is not good enough to play the game anymore. Because, like, I'm just not used to all, because I've played it for so long in a row that I got really good at, like, doing things. Mm-hmm. And then when I pick it up later on, I don't remember what to do. I don't remember what the buttons do. And I'm just way out of, like, I just can't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're so, like, good at old games that, like...
Old is the key. Like, I was playing Star Fox the other day, and I get to, the last stage, last boss on one try. Like,
yeah, but you haven't played that for a long, long time.
Right.
And you still remember.
Yes. Because there's 3 buttons. Like,
right.
There's really...
I don't even like those sticks.
Oh, a joystick.
Like, I grew up with Game Boy.
Uh-huh.
I want A and B button and 4 directions. That's all I want.
Right. Spencer's mustache. I know 0% about any of this. Yeah, anime and video games. What can I say? There's there's a lot to enjoy in this world, and it seems like some of it might be just for the kids, and some of it is, but some of it is quite entertaining, quite good. If you want more mature stuff, like look up Satoshi Kon, and he has like some horror type anime movies out there, like Perfect Blue. Yeah.
Is that horror?
Oh yeah, that's like a horror thriller. I would call it more of a thriller, but that movie is amazing, and you should definitely check it out. Okay, speaking of horror, let's do it.
Okay.
We got it. So we promised you guys. We promised you guys something disgusting that we were gonna try, and we got it. We bought it. Jap27 writes, how are the Wonder Looper Ultimate Puma tees holding up against dye from Naked Famous jeans? Scared to destroy my white one. No problem. Any indigo that does transfer washes right off. I wear indigo jeans every day. I wear our t-shirts every day. I never had an issue with indigo sticking to it. I saw Perfect Blue for the first time in theaters. The ending was a WEW.
What is WEW?
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming good. Woo! Yeah, that's a good movie, Perfect Blue. Like, woo, he writes. Everyone should watch Perfect Blue. It's out there. It's like, even if if you think you're not an anime fan, it doesn't matter, because it's just an animated thriller that will that'll get you going. Okay. We've got snack time today. And I think let's just some backtrack. I remember last summer we were in America and Brandon went to like a soda store, and they had all these weird flavors of soda, like pickle and mayonnaise and donut, just weird stuff. And I'm like, he's like, you want any of these? I'm like, no, I don't want any of those. Give me like
not to drink. I mean, it's
I don't
want
to torture myself. Like, I don't want pickle flavored soda. Like cotton candy soda could be interesting, right? But there are certain flavors that need to stay as far away from soda as possible. And and
we're right back.
We're right back to where we started, because we just found perhaps the most bizarre flavor of soda.
And I found it. I called it out, and Bahzad was like, no.
I was vehemently against it.
But we didn't have anything for snack time. I was like, this would be fun. So I pushed it, but now that it's time to try it, I really am dreading it.
Yeah.
It is cider flavored, beef tongue flavored cider.
Cow beef tongue flavored.
Yeah. Beef tongue in itself, I love. I think you like it.
Yeah,
too.
I like it.
It's meat. It's basically meat.
Yeah, they have it for barbecue.
Yeah, it's all muscle because it's a tongue. Yeah. So it's like, it's less like soft. It's
a little more
chewy.
Rubbery. Yeah,
but it is a good.
Yeah, with lemon on it. Anyways,
yeah,
it's perfectly good. Salt and lemon. It is tasty as barbecue.
Yeah, but it is like charcoal barbecued gyutan, which is the beef tongue flavored cider with 1,000 milligram of collagen.
Oh, it's good. It's good for your skin. Okay, so is this natural flavoring or artificial? I'm gonna go with probably not natural.
No, probably not natural.
Oh.
I don't want to drink this.
We have beef tongue tacos and it's fire. Richard Mesa. I bet. Look, as food, it's fine.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Can this get a negative rating?
Probably.
I hope you have a palate cleanser. Oh dear God.
Okay.
All right.
So it kind of. Do you want to smell it? It does smell like if you put barbecued meat in water.
Yeah, that's what it smells like. It smells like diluted, like barbecue meat water. Oh, it's gross.
No,
I can smell it through the screen. All right, cheers, everybody. Yeah.
I can't taste much. It's just that like barbecue residue. Like it's like if you put like a fork that you use to eat barbecue, stick it in a cup and drink that water.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's like it's just tainted.
Yeah, it's
gross.
It's
soda. Like you feel the cider there, and you're like, somebody put something in this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Somebody put dirty dishes in there or something.
So this is gross. It's like not edible, right?
If I was like dying from thirst, I would definitely drink it, and I wouldn't even throw up afterwards. But
right, it's like, if you ever had to drink medicine for fun, it's like nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
So this is a what's the rating? It gets a 0.2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 0.2. 0 is it doesn't exist. 0.1 is like inedible.
I thought inedible was like 0.
Sure.
This is edible or drinkable.
Is it salty? It's not even salty.
It's not salty. It really I think we nailed it when we described
it's just
like a residue.
Yeah, go get yourself some cream, like some soda, just even regular soda water.
Yeah, tonic water or something like that.
Cook a steak, and then the spatula or spoon or whatever you use to like cook the steak. Take a little bit of that, dip it in the oil, and then dip it in your soda. Let it sit there for a few minutes, and then take a sip, and that's what you're drinking.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, I could drink this. Like, it's not going to kill me.
Yeah.
But this is not a taste I want. This is not the taste I want in here right now.
This is not a taste that anybody wants.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah.
No, this is insulting.
Yeah. So you're saying there's something refreshing about this? If it was... if you were in the desert, and this was the only cold drink you had, this...
I would certainly drink it.
Yeah.
It's not like I have to throw up after I take a sip.
Yeah. The novelty content is the refreshing part. It's true.
Yeah, we don't do this kind of content so much.
Ugh. It's terrible, though, and it does have a taste that lingers.
It does.
Brainstorm, nobody asked for this. Nobody asked for this.
Nobody asked for this.
But
I'm sure they're selling enough to people like us who are just like, oh, okay,
you
want to
try something
this.
funny? Yeah, it's true. I mean,
party trick.
They got our $2.
Yeah.
So, there you have it, everybody. That is, did you rank it?
No. I kind of want to...
Unrankable.
Yeah, it's not doable.
Okay, so there you have it, everybody. That's that was one of the worst.
Weird ending to it,
but we appreciate you guys hanging out with us for another live stream here on the internet, on YouTube. Thanks for tolerating the little bit of technical difficulties we had early on there, and shout outs to everybody who stuck around for the whole thing. And if you left and you never came back, I was joking about you being dead to me earlier. I still love you. And if you're watching it on the replay, thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what Naked Famous Denim jeans you're looking forward to the most from the Fall Winter 2023 collection. We'll be back here again next week with probably something less gross to try and some more previews. And we'll be here to answer your questions. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend, everybody. Do something nice for yourselves and do something nice for somebody else. And we will see you guys real soon. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.